Let's look into the group by feature in pandas. So group by generally involves splitting a data based on a particular condition. So you can group them based on a feature value. So it's commonly done. After grouping the data, you can also apply different functions to that particular data alone. So that can be done using the group by. Finally, we can combine the results of it and add it to the data structure. So these are the steps involved in group by. So let's look into the various kinds of function that we can apply after grouping a data. So applying functions can be aggregation functions like sum, mean, standard deviation. These kind of functions can be applied to that particular group alone. For each group, it can be applied. Similarly, you can also transform the values in the group. So the transformation can be done to each and every group that we choose. So it will be affected in each and every row. So we can get the mean value of that particular group and replace it to all the values to that group. So we'll understand it more when we see an example. You can also filter a group. So you can filter if there is only more than 4 examples in a particular group, you want to display it, or else you just avoid the group. So filtering can also be done. So we'll look into all of these functions in detail with an example in the upcoming minutes. So this is an example of grouping based on the species. So we can see there are actually three kinds of species. So we're grouping based on it. After that, what we are doing is we are applying a aggregating function sum. So what it does is first it groups the value, then it applies the sum for the values in the group alone. Okay, so the 24.3 is just to this set of values. So similarly, we do it, we sum all the things and we get the output. So if you want just for the simple length alone, you can specify it also. So we'll see it in the example later. So this is about grouping. We'll be also just you can remember these things. So aggregation returns a single value. Filter returns a subset of the input rows, and transform changes the value for the input rows. It gives new values. So when you want a single value, use aggregate. When you want a subset, use filter. When you want to transform the value, use transform. So next what we'll be seeing in this video is sorting. So it is quite simple. You take sorted. The thing is you can sort with multiple index also. So first you can sort based on one primary index. After that, if the values are similar in the primary index, you can also give a secondary index to sort. Like if your name is similar, we can look into your date of birth and decide. Let's look. Let's look into the coding part. So this is the notebook that we are going to run today. Let's import the libraries that we need. So we are going to first work with group by. So I'm just creating a data frame, and using the data frame, we'll do the further work. So let's just print the data frame so that you can have understanding of how the data frame is. It consists of team, position, year, and points. These are the columns that we have, and we have around 12 examples, 12 records. So I am grouping by team. So what this actually does is it returns a data frame group by object. So I can see that various groups that are available. So it should be to those devils, kings, riders, and royals. These are the things that these are the various teams that we have. So you can see for each group there are many indexes. So there are totally 4 examples where kings are present. Similarly, we have it. So we can also group it with multiple index. So I am trying to group based on team. After that, my second grouping column would be year. So each and every team in each and every year would be an group. So you can see that each and every group has just one example because one team can just participate one time in a year, right? So it makes sense. You can also group by many other things. Like I'm grouping by year over year. So this is the number of elements in the group 2014, similarly or 2015 and etc. You can get a particular group. So you can similarly apply 2014. It would present all the elements in the group 2014. Okay, so far we have seen how to group. So we don't stop just with grouping. We do operations on the group that we get. So we can apply many values like what I'm doing over here is I'm grouping them based on the years. like this, and for that particular group alone I'm applying the mean. So so for each and every year I'll be getting a mean. So 2014 the average points is 795.25. So I've done it in two steps over here. I can also do it in one step directly. First I'm grouping it based on the year. Then I'm choosing the points column alone. And then I'm using the aggregation. So you can also use dot agg with the function, or you can use aggregate with the mean or whatever value you want to pass. So without passing points over here, I'll be calculating the mean for all the columns that are numeric. So the numeric columns are points and position. So I'll be getting for both of them. Since I'm grouping based on here, I'll not be getting that. So I can get aggregate value for many kinds of aggregation also. Like now some mean, standard deviation, all of these things can be got. So this is regarding aggregation. So we use aggregation when you want a single value. So you can see all these things written a single value for a particular group. So sum is one for the group is 1536. It's a single value. Okay. So I hope you can understand get this. So this is regarding grouping and applying aggregation. We can also transform the data. So we can transform data from one format to another. So similarly, we are grouping using teams. So what I'm doing over here is for every value of the x, I'm getting the mean of it. So we have all these three columns are sorry position, points, and year are all numeric value. So when I apply mean over here instead of them, I get the mean value for each and every column. So instead of getting the average normal value, I'm getting the mean, and you can see the mean would be similar for all the teams. Okay, since we'll not be able to see the team, it's like this. So this is how it's actually happening. So instead of every x value, we are replacing it by x mean value. You can also transform a specific row alone, so a specific column alone, and you can also add it as a new column. So what I'm doing is I'm getting the points alone. So I'm transforming the points to the sum of points. So every we are grouping by year, and for each year, the subset we sum the points for that particular year, and using that I'm creating a new column. So this would look like a new column would be created. So for each and every year, the value would be same. So for 2014, it's 3181. So you can see it anywhere in 2014, it would be the same. Because we are using that group and getting the sum and applying it to all the values. Okay. I hope transformation is clear to you. So transformation can be used to create new columns by applying a specific function over the selected over the particular group. So finally, we can also use filter. Filters are used to apply condition on the selected group. So I'm putting a condition that all the uh, all the teams which are having more than three entries in the particular three entries can be printed. So riders and kings are printed. The other two teams are not printed. Royals are not printed. If I set the condition to be less than three, so the other two teams would be printed, which are royals and devils. Okay, I hope you get this. So what I'm doing is first when we are filtering it, we get a, so let's print out what's the output of the filter. So output of the group by, so that we know what you're working with. So these are the various groups that we have. So these two groups can has four values, right? These two. So we are checking the length. So the length is less than 3. We are choosing those things alone. So devils and royals are less than 3. Kings and riders are more than 3. Okay. So this is how it actually works. So you can also set conditions like, so for the points, so I'm choosing the points column. If the mean of the points is greater than 770, I'm choosing those columns alone. So first I group the teams. So then I choose the value. So only the things has the points, average point more than 770. So let's check less than 770. So all the other teams would be printed, Raiders and Royals. So their average point is not above 770. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm first choosing the grouping by the team. Then I'm applying a filter where I'm just selecting the points column and setting the mean. So the mean would be the average of the points in that particular team alone. And finally, putting a condition and choosing it. So this is all about group by. So you can work on more examples. Will be giving assignments, so you would be having a better understanding. Next, we'll get into the sorting. Sorting is quite simple compared to grouping. So this is the data frame that we have. I can sort using position. So currently it's sorted using normal index. So I'll sort using position. So it's by default it is ascending. So all the first positions would be printed first. Then from there on. So I'm sorting the years with ascending equal to false. Okay. So it's giving in reverse order. So you can also sort using many indexes, and you can also setting ascending or descending for each and every index that you're sorting. So first what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to sort using the position. If the position is similar, I'm choosing the points. Okay. So the position should be in descending or in ascending order, but the points should be in descending order. So I'm giving passing that parameter also. So let's see the output. So the first position would be coming. If the position is similar, we will be printing the thing with the maximum points. So this is the thing that we have. So all the things with the position 1 comes first. It is sorted based on the points. So finally we have sort index. So what it does is it sorts based on the index. I'm saving a new data frame which is unsorted based on index. So I can use sort index equal to false to sort it from 11 to 0. Yeah, that's it about sorting. So I hope you are clear with group by and sorting. Thanks for joining. See you in the next video.